want diversity, the WRC is the sport for you. So far this season, the action has passed the icy tarmac roads of Monte Carlo to the deep snow and sub-zero temperatures of the Swedish forests. And now we have arrived in the Americas for the riot of speed and colour that is the Rally Guanajuato, Mexico. I'm Colin Clark. Joining me from the dusty stages of Mexico, Julian Porter. And this is where it's all happening. Rally Mexico takes place in the Guanajuato province with its base in the city of Leon. From here, the cars head out into the Sierra de Lobos Mountains to tackle 24 stages that cover over 400 kilometers. And this is how the WRC powered by Nokia stacks up going into round 3. Helped by his win in Monte Carlo, Sebastian Loeb is on top with 39 points, followed by Mikko Hirvonen on 32. Peder Solberg's on 29, and Rally Sweden winner Jari-Matti Latvala is on 26 points. In the manufacturer's standings, Citroën topped the pile with a 10-point lead over Ford. Jules, it's into the qualifying stage. First time we've seen the qualifying stage on gravel.
That's it, yeah. The drivers are going to get one shot at this stage, and it's the winning time gets to pick where he goes first on the road. That's so important in Mexico.
So important in Mexico, so important on gravel that you get that first pick.
Well, that's it. The loose surfaces, everyone's gone on for years that it's a disadvantage. If you're successful, you're at the front, you're getting caught out. And now they've reversed that. The winner gets to pick, and it goes all the way down. There's 14 cars in it. Fastest gets to pick first.
And Jules, Peder Solberg was fastest through this one.
That's it, and here's Peder just about to pick, and he picked the last position he could, which was 14th on the road.
So before they hit the dusty gravel roads on day one, the drivers headed for the DC Shoes Guanajuato street stage where the Mexican fans lined the streets for one of the biggest parties of the year, and perhaps the most spectacular opening ceremony on the calendar. And Josie, Ken Block, we can see him there, he didn't even make it that far last year.
No, he didn't. He basically stopped on the ramp up, and he's into the stage there, straight up into the dark, and in these famous tunnels, down into the tunnels of Guanajuato. And that's not how you want to start your first corner. A little bit of water, a little bit of damp in there. And that was a good old hit, that was.
So not a good start to Rally Mexico for Ken Block.
Didn't realize how slippery it was going to be once we got in the tunnel, and it just was a lot looser, just no grip. So hit with the front. Wasn't really that bad, but not the way I want to start today. It's been a rough day for me today.
Well, another frustrating start in Mexico for Block then, and Sweden winner Jari-Matti Latvala would soon take his turn into the floodlit tunnels. An incredible spectacle, really unlike anything else in the championship.
Well, it is unlike anything else. I mean, it's just absolutely fantastic in here. Big slide for Jari-Matti in there. Now into the famous roundabout at the end, a full circle of that as they power their way up towards the finish. Qualifying winner was Peder Solberg. He's into the stage, last of the WRC cars. And that tunnel, there's that water that Ken had his little moments on.
And Peder Solberg, Jules, he was quick, as you said, in the qualifying stage. He's quick in this one as well, quickest through here.
That's a lovely show for the crowd in that final one. Peder winning, as you say, great Thursday from the qualifying stage and the first stage of the rally.
Well, he must be absolutely full of confidence there, Jules. But with the gravel stages due to start the following morning, the opening day is comprised of 4 mountain stages repeated once, including 2 brand new tests never used in the championship before. 3 spectator-friendly stages in the city of Leon itself finish off the day. And this is how the start list looks for those stages. Armando Araujo once again leads the pack away, and he's the road sweeper this morning. Ken Block, Chris Atkinson go 4th and 5th, but the faster drivers through qualifying have chosen to start at the bottom of the running order. Latvala goes 11th, followed by the Citroëns of Loeb and Hirvonen, with Peder Solberg winning qualifying and opening to go the last of the WRC runners in 14th. So the rally proper in the barren hills around Leon, and with a new look to the opening day's route, El Cubilete, one of my favourite stages, returns, Jules, but in the opposite direction.
That's it, and Peder takes a 0.4 of a second lead in there, but Armando Araujo is first to tackle the 22 kilometres of stage 2.
Yeah, he had a few problems yesterday in the qualifying stage.
He wasn't happy at all. There was some power steering issues, there were some turbocharger issues. Also, he can't get the engine ECU maps to work right. He's just not running right. He's having a bit of a nightmare, to be fair.
Yeah, tough start to the day for the Portuguese driver, but looking good through here, Jules.
That's it. Obviously, first on the road, he is now in the dreaded position, as they call it. He's making the line for everybody. There's no lines there. He is making them.
Can't you see just how loose that is there?
That's it. He's struggling and cleaning away, as well as his little issues he's got with his engine ECU. He's got to clean the road for everybody else.
Back on the start now, Jules. Ken Block, after yesterday evening's problems in that tunnel, more problems this morning for him.
Yeah, well, he had to have a little bit of an extended service. He was late out by 2 minutes, and that was 20-second penalty for him to get himself sorted.
A little bit of extra time getting the car ready this morning from hitting the curb last night, and on the way here, suddenly now I'm stuck in first, can't get into neutral. So yeah, it's been a rough morning already, but the stage felt okay, so I'm ready to just move on.
Well, that Vala set the benchmark at the moment, but Sebastian Loeb, Jules, he's quickly coming to the end of the first stage.
That's it, looking at the split times we were getting. I don't know whether he was going to get anywhere near Jari Matti, though, which is strange for the world champion Sebastian Loeb, particularly in Mexico,
where he's gone so well in the past. 5 times winner here, looking for 6 wins this weekend.
That's it, Loeb is the master here. He's the one who's loving this new road position order as such, because I think all of his wins here, he's run first on the road most of the time.
Yeah, quite incredible the number of wins he's had, the number of times he had to go first on the road in these difficult slippery conditions. Not first on the road though this time, Jules. You can see the lines in front of him.
That's it, let's just listen to Daniel calling the pace notes.
Ciel pour droite 140 que bon minot fond sur attention 50 mètres gauche 140 points moins mi-cours cours à fond long.
You can see the climbing. Obviously altitude's a big thing here as well. That's the time of Loeb and Latvala there. Slower again. And changing pace notes. We know that Loeb does that a lot.
Yeah, well, not a great start for Sebastian Loeb and Daniel Elena. Not really what they're used to, but Mikko Hirvonen, well, he's got the hammer down on this one. Jules, what do you think his confidence is going to be like? His first time on gravel in this DS3.
He gained massive confidence in Monty day by day, gained confidence in Sweden. Tell you what, he's getting better and better, and really pushing hard already.
And would you say these roads, Jules, are they Finnish gravel roads? They look like it in places, I suppose they are.
Yeah, they are, I suspect. They're wide and they're fast, not so many jumps. Let's just listen to Jarmo as they head towards the end. The time's looking not bad. He's quicker, 0.8 quicker.
Yeah, great start indeed from Mikko Hirvonen. So it's a rally leader, great start for him, winning the qualifying stage, winning the opening street stage in Vanuatu. Petter Solberg, Jules.
That's it, Petter on a real mission. This is the cobblestone. Oh, that's a new road. He's just hit the curve. I'll tell you what, it wouldn't surprise me if that's pulled the tyre off. It has pulled the tyre off the rim. Petter's going to struggle now.
It's a gravel rally, Jules. What is this they're on here?
This is brand new. This is where Raikkonen rolled a couple of years ago. And Petter got hooked into the inside there and spun. Having to reverse now. Petter's having a nightmare. This is only about 3 k's in.
Jari Matti Latvala full of confidence after that incredible win. It was a super win for Jari Matti in Sweden. Really did build his confidence ahead of this one.
I tell you what was really confident is even when he had that puncture in Sweden in the end, he didn't let it get to him. He's just a changed man, and he just seems to be able to ooze confidence right now.
We know how quick he is, and particularly we know how quick he is on gravel, but this one has never been a rally that's been kind to Ford drivers.
No, and also Ford seem to have really got themselves, they've all struggled with the altitude of the engine, and they don't seem to be struggling now. Their power is really there.
Well, that's got to be good news for all the Ford fans out there. They certainly seem to be pushing on through these stages.
See the line here, that's what they're all wanting. Just listen to Mika Antila. Not saying a lot there, because look how fast and straight it is.
Yeah, it is quite a fast rally in places. Going a little bit wide there. Because that's one of the things. Wide, you don't have the power to pull yourself back straight again.
Now they're all saying that everything seems to be normally a gear higher than what they're meant to be.
It looks a little ragged through there.
Heading towards the finish now, though. That's it, he's through there. You can say it's so wide and so fast, but the altitude, you don't want it saps power massively.
Sebastian Loeb, Jules. He hasn't been beaten on these roads since 2005. For some reason, though, this first stage of the morning, he's not looking to be on form.
Yeah, he just seemed to be a little bit down, I don't know. A little bit of a jump there for Sebastian. He's absolutely on it again, though. I mean, you can never write this guy off. That's the greatest thing about him.
Listen, I mean, you could never write him off. He has, particularly on this event, won so many times. He knows these stages so well. Sebastian Loeb has to be their favourite for the event.
But just look at the scenery as well. Just look at it. It's absolutely fantastic. Car dipping and diving all over the bumps. Loeb and Elaine are working so hard in that car.
Yeah, but new sections in this stage, Jules. It's it's going to be challenging. We know Sebastian Loeb sometimes isn't quite so comfortable with new stages and new sections of stages.
Well, no, we saw him in the previous stage correcting pace notes.
Is when he tends to make mistakes.
Wide. That's Mr. Herman and wide there.
Big power slide from Rico there, Jules. Certainly been quick for the first two of the morning.
That's it, the Finn. He's got the same car now as Mr. Loeb, the man he's been trying to beat for the last 5 years. Tell you what, can he do it? I don't know.
Well, we have seen some tremendous battles between Sebastian Loeb and Mikko Hirvonen, as you say, over the past 5 or 6 years. Are we going to see a battle here this weekend? Are they going to be allowed to battle?
Oh, I'm sure they will. Loeb doesn't want it handed to him, you know? He doesn't want it handed to him. There's the time with Latvala and Hirvonen. He's slower than Jari Matti. 2.2 slower. We've got our third new leader of the rally. Mr. Latvala in the lead now.
Well, a competitive start in Mexico then. Just 6.7 seconds separating the top three, with Latvala leading by just 1.2 seconds. Terry Neuvel, well, he's had a terrific start, and we see him lying in 4th place, just ahead of Mads Osberg. The battle of former teammates Hirvonen and Latvala is raging again. Join us again in a few minutes, where temperatures are raised another notch in the scorching Mexican wilderness. Welcome back to the WRC, powered by Nokia, where the Rally Guanajuato, Mexico is well underway beneath the sweltering sun in this vibrant North American country. Next up for the world's greatest rally drivers is another pair of stages that include the highest altitude test of the entire calendar in the incredible Ortega stages. Now, Jules, due to commitments, Ken Block only taking part in a few rounds of the WRC this year.
That's it. It's been a frustrating start for Ken as well. Pace note tweak there as well. Alex Gelsomino just... Oh!
4 miles late.
That was wide.
It was wide. How difficult must it be for him, Jules? He's not regularly in this car.
Alex has obviously smacked his head on the side of the seat or something there as well. Just a little bit kind of like dazed, I think, for a second. I'll tell you what, I think he's got a puncture though. He's just not moving maybe as fast as what he should be.
Great to see this guy back in the WRC, Jules. Chris Atkins has been too long.
It has been too long. 3 years since we last saw him. I tell you, he's getting back up to speed.
He's blocked car side of the road. He must have stopped to change that puncture.
That's it. So the two monster cars passing each other on the stage.
Well, that's 2 Fiestas in troubles, Jules. But Mads Osberg in the adapted team, he's had a good start. Certainly Sweden was a good rally for him. A good start here as well for him.
That's it. And in stage 5, the multiple Norwegian champion, he overhauls Thierry Neuville.
Looking very, very smooth there indeed. Had a few problems, wasn't too happy with his car during the qualifying stage.
Oh! That was a big hit. It's so easy to get caught out there. I tell you what, Mads got away with that though.
And that's a narrow section. Look at that drop off down the side there.
It's just, they're using every single inch of the road.
That would have shaken him up. That was a big hit. Not in his notes.
No, I'm sure they would have corrected that as well, or they will at the end of the stage kind of make a mental note not to clip that rock again, I tell you.
Well, back to the exciting fight at the front now, though, and we're with rally leader Jari Matti Latvala here in stage 5, having already pulled further away from Mikko Hirvonen in the previous stage.
He's just hit a rock as well. God, there's some rock starting to be already pulled out. Let's just see what they say. Jari's talking here. They're going slower as well.
He's done some damage there by the looks of things.
I So you can see now, it's kind of like a Sunday drive. Look at that wheel as he came to the end of
Yeah, you can see some damage on the front here. What exactly happened?
Really fast section to the downhill, and you came basically flat, and then you have a braking, and then you have like flat minus over the crest. I had marked like stone inside, but maybe from the wall had come a very big rock. There was a massive rock on the absolutely on the line, and I had so much speed that I couldn't avoid it. Otherwise I would have been going off the road. So unfortunately I hit it, and I had got the puncture, and I damaged something on the front suspension.
So with both Works Fords in trouble this morning, it's left the Citroen boys out front on their own, and after a somewhat underwhelming start, certainly by his high standards, Sebastian Loeb has begun to build his speed.
So it's a narrow section here. Loeb is right on the pace. Claims his first stage win in this new stage.
They've spent a lot of time, haven't they, Jules, on this car, making sure that it works at altitude. So important on these stages in particular.
Mikko Herman is taking and making the most of that as he can. His time is up, so is Loeb's. Obviously, Loeb finishing the stage already. Mikko charging towards the end here. What, he's going to be slower, but he still stays ahead. It's only now by 0.6 of a second.
Incredibly close then, indeed, at the front. But Jules, the man who has struggled this morning, Jari-Matti Latvala, what's going on here? What happened to that car? What are they doing here?
Well, it broke the suspension in the stage when he hit that rock. This was on the road section. Afterwards, Petter's come along, finished the stage. He's going to basically trying to give some encouragement to Jari-Matti, you know.
Which he's allowed to do, not allowed to help, but he can encourage.
And they actually utilised some of the tools out of the toolkit to fix that car. Not just a rally driver, you've got to be a mechanic as well nowadays.
So Latvala's delay has seen him fall all the way down to 7th, just ahead of his teammate Solberg, who's fought his way up to 8th place after his own problems this morning. Osberg is the leading forward in 3rd, and it's a Citroen 1-2 up the front with Hertman just having the edge on Loeb. So blue skies above the Citroen duo as the crews arrive back at the Leon Polyforum Service Park.
It's been a good morning, very difficult morning, especially the last stage. It was extremely difficult, very technical and very slippy as well. So it hasn't been easy morning, but a good start anyway.
Quite slow start. Don't have really the reason. It was really special. It was some concrete on the road, a bit different from the gravel stages, and maybe I didn't have the right reason in that.
All smiles then at Citroen, but there's a busy service ahead for the Ford mechanics. Both Latvala and Solberg's cars looking rather battle-scarred after this morning in Mexico.
Jari hit a big rock which broke the front suspension. He believes it wasn't there on the recce, so don't really know how it's happened. But yeah, we've come into here, I don't know, in 8th and 9th position. So hopefully they can pull back to, I think, you know, they can quite easily get back to 3rd or 4th, but a long way to go.
Well, an optimistic sounding Malcolm Wilson. We're into stage 6 and the temperature's now nearing 30 degrees Celsius. The crews are soon leaving the sanctuary of service. Next up, the second pass through El Cubaletti. And with the roads all swept clear at the top layer of loose gravel, there's an open playing field for all. Jules, Oitanak, steady as he goes for Oit.
That's it, it's been a good solid run for him. But here is Jari-Matti Latvala again. The fight back begins.
Malcolm Wilson saying maybe as high as 3rd or 4th for these two. It's going to take some driving for them.
He's going to have to be at his ultimate best and ultimate bravery. That's if that is chance is an option.
We've seen that before from Latvala. Drops some time and then goes flat out. He can set some stunning times on this surface.
I tell you what, this is an aggressive drive. He is absolutely on it. Look at the commitment in here.
He's got nothing to lose now, really, Jules. He needs points here after the disaster in Monte.
Malcolm Wilson will say that. He's absolutely flying in here.
Those little parapets on those little bridges there, very close indeed.
It's just a full-on attack, and here's the man he's trying to chase down.
Absolutely, and you know, Sebastian Loeb, Jules, what can we say? He is absolutely flying. He's had a trouble-free day so far.
That's it. He's actually getting a split into his car from his teammate Mikko Hirvonen until the team noticed how quick Latvala was going, and they switched it to give him a warning.
Are they concerned about Latvala?
I think so. Well, I think they are.
Back onto these cobbles. This looks brand new. That's very strange. Who's that on the left?
That's Terry Neuville off the road. That was obviously Tanak gaining a place from that. And Neuville off the road, the wheel was missing.
What happened to him?
He's hit one of these curbs, a little bit like Petter did when he got his puncture.
Yeah, and this obviously so different from the majority of the kilometres and stages here. It just takes a little bit of getting into, Jules, on these sections of cobbles.
Well, that's it, and the drivers are saying, to be fair, it's so important here with the altitude and how wide the roads are. You've got to drive these like a tarmac driver, not a gravel driver. Use every inch of the road and be super smooth.
Well, who's the best tarmac driver out there, Julian?
This man, Mr. Lowe.
Absolutely, and well, we know how well he goes on these stages. 5 wins, as we've already said, looking to make it 6 here on these stages, and certainly looking good.
That's a big fight between the pair. Loeb takes the lead.
Yeah, he takes the lead, but Jari-Matti makes incredible time.
But you always knew that with him.
Yeah, but you know, he's fast and it's still a long way to go, so I need to speed it up a little bit, but no problems and anyway, so everything okay.
Yeah, a long way to go, as Mikko Hirvonen said. He slips to second, his deficit to Loeb, standing at 2.2 seconds after stage 6, while Mads Osberg still the leading forward. He's a long way adrift in third. Latvala, he's already made up 2 places to 6th. Well, it's into stage 7 and 8, and it's great to see Nasser Al-Attiyah making his debut in a World Rally Car on gravel. We saw him in Sweden, his first time on gravel.
Tell you what, he's getting the hang of it, looking at him through there. It's great to see Nasser obviously won the Dakar last year, and he's got a full programme in his car, bar Finland when he's competing in the Olympics. I tell you what, this man can do everything, can't he?
It's so exciting to see Nasser in a World Rally Car after so long, but it's equally as exciting to see Chris Atkinson back in the World Rally Car and beginning to find his feet.
Yeah, last time he drove a World Rally Car properly, there was all sorts of active dips and paddle shifts and everything. I tell you what, he's doing really well so far.
A lot of pressure on him this weekend. He really wants to show what he's capable of.
Chris, quickest time so far. I know you're going to say the same as all the boys are coming behind, but you're getting more and more into this car now.
Yeah, I think we made a step on that stage. I've been too neat on the entry and then too wide on the exits, and I tried to throw it a bit more. We're going to have to change the setup a bit, but not every second corner I got right then. So we're heading in the right direction.
Good to see things. Getting Novikov, what a start to the year. He's had 2 third places, remarkably good here last year until he had problems.
Yeah, an engine problem last year. Well, the whole sump, I think, basically, dropping the oil out of it. But tell you what, he's had a couple of 5ths already this year. It's a new Evgeny Novikov, and I tell you what, I like it.
Oh, I think it's great because we know how fast this young Russian is. We've always known that a bit of consistency and he'll set some great times. Doing a good job today.
Well, there's another man who's done a great job early on. Petter Solberg is obviously having to fight back. The balaclava lifted up really high there. She's just coming in through all the holes that have been created by the punctures.
How desperately disappointed must he feel though, Jules? Great start to the rally with the qualifying stage and stage 1. Those punctures early on in the day though. Difficult to find the motivation, or is he desperate for the points?
Desperate for the points, desperate to keep it going. And here's another man who's on a mission, a massive mission. Tell you what, Mikko Antila, he must be on massive money to sit in that car.
Cox, good. I think Cox.
Jari-Matti Latvala with this problem that he had this morning with that broken suspension. He was looking so fast this morning, looking if anything quicker this afternoon.
Well, quickest again in stage 7. He moves up another 2 places. He's now 4th.
Seconds now behind a podium. You wouldn't have thought that about 3 hours ago.
No, absolutely not. To try to attack, we want to get climb back to podium after the disappointment with hitting the rock. So, but it's been going now in the afternoon. A really good feeling.
Jari-Matti Latvala, his objective certainly is a podium, but holding that final podium place just now, young Mads Osberg, strong day for the Norwegian, Jules.
Well, it is, and I tell you what, Super Special. It's been a great run for Mads today.
Well, Sebastian Loeb and Mikko Harvinen have had plenty of battles over the years, but never as teammates. They're battling today, though.
Sebastian is absolutely on the limit, on the edge, pushing as hard as he can. Obviously, Mikko is 1 year less experienced in this car. Loeb kind of developed it, tested it, and drove it. How that is.
That looks like the section where Osberg had his problem earlier on today. Very lucky for Osberg, because that just showed how difficult these stages can be.
That's it. Despite Mikko only being third rally in this car, there's so little between these two now. It's brilliant.
So there's just 11 seconds between first and second place after the 3 Super Specials that ended the first leg. Osberg ends his terrific opening day in third, but the Works 4 drivers will be on a mission tomorrow. Latvala and Solberg will begin the second leg in 4th and 6th, respectively. So Harvinen and Loeb are locked in their first serious fight as teammates, and Latvala is building up an inspired fight back. Lots to keep us entertained on the second day of Rally Guanajuato, Mexico. Make sure you join us again tomorrow for the Day 2 highlights. For now, though, from Lyon, it's goodbye.
On passe contre 70 mètres, ciel pour droite.